Good morning. Part 2 of direct and reported speech. It will be about questions. There are two types of questions. WH questions. They begin with a question word, like when did you come back? Why are you crying? When? Why? They are question words. In this case, we link the introductory verb and the reported speech using the question word itself. Interrogative questions. They begin with an auxiliary verb or helping verb, like are you fond of music? Have you been abroad? In this case, we link the introductory verb in reported speech and the reported speech using the word if or the word whether. They give the same meaning. Note. Note that we change the question into a statement. We don't invert the subject and the auxiliary verb after the introductory verb. This is very important. You have to change the question into a statement. We end the reported speech with a full stop. Don't use a question mark. We change the introductory verb into asked, wondered, inquired, wanted to know, have no idea, or don't know. All of these are introductory verbs. We follow the same changes explained before in the statements concerning the punctuation marks, pronouns, tenses, and adverbs if the introductory verb is in the past. If we report later, we report the speech later, which is called out-of-date reporting. We change the punctuation marks and the adverbs only when the introductory verb is in the present. Up-to-date reporting, when we report the speech at the moment of speaking. Examples will make it easy for you. Let's start with the WH questions. She said to her friend, what time do you get up? Question mark at the end. It's a question. This is direct speech. Introductory verb, comma, and the question between inverted commas. In reported speech, we don't use said to. Change said to into asked or any introductory verb suitable to the questions. Then link using the question word itself, but don't use capital letter, use a small letter. So she asked her friend, this is introductory verb, what time? Link using the question word itself. Then change the question into a statement. Do you get up? It's a question. Do you? Verb, pronoun, no. Change it into a statement. You get up. Then use this step to change into reported speech. Change the pronouns according to the speaker, change the tense, and if you have any adverb, change it. She asked her friend what time she got up. Get is it changed into got because the introductory verb is asked. Another example. My teacher said to me, why were you absent yesterday? My teacher, don't say said to me. My teacher wondered. Then link using the question word itself. Why? Change the question into a statement. Were you absent yesterday? Change it into a statement. You were. Subject, verb. You were absent yesterday. Then my teacher wondered why I had been. Change the past simple into past perfect as explained in episode 1 in part 1. Change yesterday into the day before. We changed the adverb and the tense because the introductory verb is in the past. So my teacher wondered why I had been absent the day before. Then full stop. Don't use a question mark. Mom said to my brother, where are you going now? Mom asked my brother, where? Use it to link. Use the question word to link. Then, are you going now? You are going now. Change the question into a statement. Don't invert the subject and the helping verb. Subject, verb. My mom asked my brother where he was going then. We changed you into he according to the speaker, or present simple into was, now into then. All of these changes in punctuation marks, in tenses, pronouns, and adverbs because we report out-of-date reporting. Don't forget, we don't change the tenses or the adverbs if the introductory verb is in the present or when we ask about facts. For example, Dad said to me a moment ago, how will you spend your next weekend? Dad inquires because a moment ago is present. Dad inquires, this is up to date reporting. Dad inquires how. Then change the question into a statement. Will you spend? You will spend. Dad inquires how I will spend my next weekend. I changed the punctuation marks, I changed the pronouns according to the speaker, but I didn't change any tense or any adverb because it is up-to-date reported speech. Another example, I asked my teacher, how long does it take the earth to spin around itself? I asked my teacher, how long? Then change the question into a statement. How long does it take? It takes. Does it take? It takes. Then from that step you can change into reported speech. I asked my teacher how long it takes the earth to spin around itself. I didn't change the tense. Although I have here introductory verb in the past, but I didn't change the tense because it is a fact. It's preferable not to change it. Type 2. Yes, no questions or interrogative questions that begin with helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. She said to her friend, are you going out tonight? She asked her friend if or whether. Link the introductory verb and the reported speech using if or whether. Then, are you going out? You are going out. Don't invert the subject and the helping verb. Change the question into a statement. She asked her friend if she was going out that night. That night. Change tonight into that night. Are into was. You into she according to the speaker. Example 2. Dad said to me, did you come back late last night? My dad asked me if or whether. Did you come back? Change it into a statement. You came back. My dad asked me if I had come back late the night before. I changed came past simple into had come past perfect. Last night, the night before. Mom said to my sisters, have you tidied your rooms? Mom asked my sisters if or whether. Have you? Change it into you have. Then from this you can change the tenses and the adverbs and the pronouns. If or whether they had tidied their rooms. Don't forget, if the introductory verb is in the past, we change shall into would to ask about some information, but we change it into should when we ask about some advice. Watch the difference. For example, Ali said to his friends, shall we hang out next week? Change the question into a statement. Shall we? We shall. Ali asked his friends if they would hang out the following week. We change it shall into would to keep the meaning the same. It's incorrect to say Ali asked his friends if they should hang out. No, it's so different. You have to keep the meaning. This is to ask about to ask about information. We change shall into would. In example 2, I asked my teacher, shall I install Windows 10? This is for advice. Change the question shall I into I shall. I asked my teacher if I should install Windows 10. This is advice. I asked my teacher if I should. I changed shall into should because this is for advice. Don't look where you fall, but where you slept. Keep studying. Thank you.